Pluto, good morning. It's a he. Thanks. Good morning. Good morning, Malachi. I hope I'm saying that right. Good. That's Jack. Oops. Oh, Jack. Why are you so close, friend? Hi, Rosie. Good morning. Rosie, are you up late or have you not slept? Or what time is it there, sweetheart? Pluto, if you hang out and we get to know you, I think it's a definite possibility. Bye, Jack. Well, there he goes. He'll be back. Jojo, good morning. Pluto, if you go on my channel, I have my face plastered all over it. What do you got, buddy? What is that? Ew, that's not for you. There we go. You know how Jack gets. He gets shy. Good morning, Jace. How are you, friend? He's just going to have me chasing him with a camera all morning. Hey, Pluto, I just went to your channel. You're a gamer. Nice. I'm going to subscribe to you, friend. Rosie said, no, I slept 3:02 a.m. And LOL, me and Yogi have the same time. Okay, that means that you and I have the same time also. Oh, you're welcome. I see you. Well, now you're at 51 subs. Are you do you ever go live? Is that something you're looking at doing? Doing live streams? Rosie says, did you sleep, Cat, or no? I don't sleep now. LOL, I'll sleep later. I did sleep. I go to bed early. Usually around dark. Whenever I get the chickens put up, that's about the time I go to bed. I know. I sleep early because you got to get up early. So, I don't know. A cranky cat is not a good thing. She needs her sleep. But I do miss staying up late at night. I miss doing late night lives. It takes some getting used to, Rosie. There's Jace. Jace says I had a good 6 hours. I feel sore today, though. I'm using more weight now. It's all Dan and Yogi's fault. Is that true? Is that really true? Rosie's laughing at Jace. Pluto wants to know if Jace watches basketball. Do you watch basketball, Jace? Jace says, hiya, Pluto. I'm not a basketball fan, buddy. Pluto seems dejected. Oh, okay. Do you like basketball, Pluto? Pluto says the Pacers are winning, though. Is that a good thing? Does that make you happy? Is that your team? Yes, a lot. Nice. It's nice to have a team to root for. So are you in Indiana, Pluto? Jay says, I'm from the UK. Basketball is not a big sport here. It's soccer and rugby mainly. Oh, Jay says, go Pacers. Happy to support you, though. Whoever said I never understood rugby. Good morning, Adam. Adam says scrummy business rugby. What is scrummy? That's an interesting word. I don't think I've ever heard it before. Pluto says, but you'll probably understand it because you grew up there. I'm going to guess hookers is a term used in rugby. At least I hope. Pluto says, hi, Adam. Jace says, rugby is all about passing the ball backwards. No forward passes allowed. It's very similar. It's very similar to something, but without any protection. And Adam says, scrum is when they hook arms. She says the hookers are the big guys in the middle. They punch, bite, kick, and all sorts in the huddle. It's crazy. Here I thought you English were all refined and proper. Rosie says, I uploaded some deer for Yogi, but I have a lot to do today. I have to sleep, but don't feel like it. Pluto says, bite. They bite. Really? Bite? That's not the horses. It's actual people biting. Rosie said, did you see the new deer? I saw a cat. No, I did not. I worked yesterday, so I didn't get on, I got on Yogi's live streams, but that was mostly it. Adam says, funny thing, Rosie, I hate to go to sleep and I hate to wake up. I'm the opposite. I love going to sleep. Jay says it all depends if you're a Amato or a Marto. It's all the same. Rosie says, Jack's hungry. Can we at least see your face when you eat, right? He likes to give us his backside. Adam says, Pluto, a lot of foot stomping goes on in basketball if you watch closely. Then Rosie agrees with Adam. She says, LOL, welcome to my life. Bye, Jack. He'll be back. He's going to get water, I'm pretty sure. Rosie, you're so sweet. She says, Jack, I love you. Come back. They'll come back dripping water all over the house. I came home from work the other day and there was a big puddle of water at the door and I'm like, what is this? He was drinking water when I came home and just sat at the door dripping. Rosie says, Jack's a great gift God gave you. I agree. And Adam wants to know if Rosie has a dog. Rosie says, no, Adam, I have cats, but I really want one. And Pluto says, bro, the refs aren't calling nothing this year. I don't know why. They usually call a touch. I'm like, really? Jay says, Cat, have you taught Jack many tricks? No. Jack is super, super unmotivated by food. You may not have noticed that by the way he just scarfed down his food, but generally, he's not a snacks kind of guy. He's trying to get in my closet. He wants my dirty socks. Adam says, I love my little cockapoo. She's a great size for travel. Bye, Jack. See you, friend. Oh, you're back. Hi. Hi, buddy. How you feeling, huh? Oh, good burp. That was a really good burp. Can I burp you some more? I burp you like a baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you rub your face all over me. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, nice, Jack. Jay says, due to your super calm nature, which is very funny, Jack has those great qualities. Xena takes after my crazy head. LOL. I love Xena. She's so beautiful. Yeah, Rosie says the same. She also loves Xena. Oh gosh, here we go. Good morning, Anna. How are you, Anna? Oh. Sorry about that fast spin there. Good morning, Lee. Jack and Xena, imagine the love they can have, LOL, if the parents allow them. I think they would destroy whatever place they were in. Jack can be very, very hyper, especially around another dog. Anna, I'm super. Thanks for asking, hon. Excuse me. I could see Jack and Xena. Jack would be glued to the floor in subservience to Xena. And she would just pounce him because he's such a sucker. Rosie says, I still haven't planned on how I'm going to take you, Jack. Oops, should have not said that. I wish you well in your endeavors to steal my dog. But hey, if you ever wanted to visit Rosie, I'll share Jack. Lee says, I'm here before going out soon to a dump dig. Nice. How was yesterday for you, Lee? Oh, there's a word I don't know. Adam says, Lee, do you ever do any lapidary? Rosie says sharing's not good enough. I love him. Oh, Jack. Rude. He's grooming. He's doing some personal grooming, so we'll let him have a little privacy. Yesterday was amazing. Oh, good. Rosie says, I would love to visit when I can make time now. That's the thing, making time, right? We always have all these, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I want to do this. It's always making the time. Lee says, not at the moment, Adam. I need new tools. Jack, hey, that's enough now. Thank you. It's some tools for shining up rocks. Okay. Oh, you found shoe and belt buckles. 1350 to 1810. That's amazing. How cool. Rosie says, okay, Jack might be yours, Cat, but everyone in chat called Jack for me first, so back away. LOL. Oh, no, he's left us again. Lisa's was very lucky, then went to the caves. Nice. Rosie says, I'll be back. Well, guess what? I'll be here till 5 a.m. Okay, I think Jack wants to go out. I hear him scratching at the door. Jay says, Lee, sounds awesome, bro. Happy hunting. Oh, Debbie just fell down on me too. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let Jack out. Debbie done me dirty. Yeah, and Jay says, Lee, it sounds awesome, bro. Happy hunting. Oh, Lord. Lee says, Hart filmed the Mudlark. Oh, Mudlark River safety video. Nice. Lee says, Jace, today, 1920s site, full stuff, old bottles, etc. She was old colliery. Don't know what that is either. Adam says, who believes the world is much older than we learned in school? I know nothing. I question everything. Jay says, Lee, where's the site located? What part of the country? Okay, a coal mine. Okay, I understand now. Colliery is a coal mine. And Lee is in going to Derbyshire, where I live. Dippy dippy. Jay says, Adam, time has run for longer than it's been recorded. There is clear evidence, hence so many unanswerable questions. A colliery is any mine for coal or stone. Jay says, Lee, we have to meet up for sure. I'm Brum, so an hour away. That would be interesting. So would that be a Lee and Jace workout or a Jace and Lee treasure hunt / cleanup? I would like to see Jace do something different. Oh, there's Jack. Hang on, let's go get him. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hi. Hi, puppy. Oh, 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 easy, easy, easy. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. He likes to lick the bowl. And Lee says, Jace, if we meet up and work out, try and if want a bottle dig, it's good. It's a good workout. Oh, nice. Yeah. Anna says, what is Xena doing, Jace? Adam saw a TED Talks on sacred geometry that was quite mind-blowing. The pyramids are like a marker on the planet, laying out latitude and longitude in approximate 27,000 year wobble. Lee says Jay sits in Sheffield and also Chesterfield. Oh, sites? Jay says Xena is in her cage relaxing and Jack the Polisher. Poor boy. Anna says, what is Jack's favorite meal, Cat? Chicken. He won't eat unless I add chicken to his food. He's quite rotten. Marlin. Dundee and the Gem says, good morning, Cat and Jack. Good morning. Sorry about that. That was loud. Everybody's saying hello. And me said, sorry, mistyped as I'm getting ready to leave in 20 minutes. Understandable. Adam says, all those toys and Jack plays with his bowl. Exactly. How are you, Marlon? Lee says Jack thinks if he rattles the bowl, it magically fills again. I think he's done. think he's pooped. Jay says, Adam, we could talk about this forever. The pyramids were built only recently in the scale of time. Dinosaurs were here long before structures were built. Then a big gap before we seem to appear. I just say, who knows? So many mysteries. Coffee. Let's go get coffee. Because we love coffee. Cold coffee. Big day today. Our plant is going to be down on Monday. Well, Sunday, Monday, so we're not sending any trucks out. So today we're getting double trucks everywhere. It's going to be interesting. There's only so much room. Lee says, I agree, Jace. And we don't know about the in-between, right? Sometimes it's just best to not question, but merely just accept things without question as it is. I think that's for my case. If it gets too mind-boggling and I get too confused and it just throws me for a loop, I just leave it alone. Adam says, I think it's funny if our civilization today disappeared, the only thing permanently left would be our pollution. And Marlon says, well, we do know quite a lot of the in-between. Things were just slow for a while. Jay says, Lee, I have a very solid theory, but it's not provable yet. If the science is there for creation, then surely travel and maybe even time influence could be possible.
Om Shanti Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting.
Lee says, I'm a simple person who doesn't understand big words, etc. My purpose is to clean that debris so the world's better. Jack. Blah. Blah. That's right, I said it. Blah. Lee says, time can be bent for sure. Jay says, then there's the God and creation theory. It's all possibilities. Jack, leave it. Hey, leave it. You're being gross. Lee says, have you ever been somewhere and time slides so fast you're like, where did it go? Only when I'm having a good time. And when I'm sleeping. Do you ever experience that out on one of your sites, Lee? Adam says, I've been in mine and thought it was an eternity. But yes, Lee. Jay says, that's the two perfect answers, Kat. Time doesn't exist, does it? It's a creation. It's my belief. I think it's here to help us learn how we, it's a learning tool. Jack.
Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free, and we soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity,
Adam says it's fun to imagine. I believe that's why we're having this dream. Adam, did you just do a video on about your mother, talking about a situation your mother was in? Was that you? Lee says it's to manage things. Only less than 2,000 years ago, clocks didn't exist, only if lucky sundials. Lee says yes. I've been places, and in some cases, several days have gone, and you can't place the last few. I imagined that would happen for you, Lee, just because you're so connected with the remnants of things gone by, in parentheses. I could see that happening for you. And Adam wants to know if there is panning for gold in England. Adam says it seems to be popular here in the US lately. Just lately? I do notice, you're right, Adam, that it seems to be coming back, a thing that you notice more. That was you. Very nice. Good to see your face, Adam. I don't even get started on church. I'll go off on a tangent and be unkind. Om Shanti, Shanti, peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. I'm really sorry somebody had to be unkind to your mom. That stinks. Lee says, oh yes, Adam. In the UK, gold smaller amounts, but still a lot of deposits about. And Adam says, cool, yes, very cool. Lee says, one day I went to the stone circle, sat in a nearby woodland. The time slip was nearly 2 full days. No toxics. The wood was the burial site. Very interesting. Wow. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. Neil Young reference. I feel like I only know one Neil Diamond song. I have to check to make sure if it even is Neil Diamond. Yes, Love on the Rocks. It is Neil Diamond. That's the only song I know right off the top of my head. He says, we mine gold 4,000 years, Scotland and Wales. Scotland and Wales has most of it left. Adam says, yes, Kat, I find it disturbing how political beliefs divide us over nothing but vague ideas. Agreed. It's all just distractions. Lee says toxics being drink and plants. You weren't under the influence, is what you were saying, Lee. I'm guessing, is what I took it as. Yogi says awesome Neil Diamond reference or Neil Young reference. Neil Young. I got the wrong Neil, I suppose. Lee says hello, Yogi. Oh no, Marlon. Marlon says, good morning, my hot, sexy Yogi Bear. Jay says, Adam, the separation is mainly due to wealth, bro. If it was equal, so would we be, and unity and harmony would be normal. If only, eh? Jay says, good morning, Eric P. Lee says, Yogi, time over mind and matter. And Lee says, yes, I lost those 2 days, but there was no mind altering substances involved. And it says, positive energy always. Adam says, yes, Jace, but a lot of poor idiots align themselves with oligarchy type political crap. Yogi says, you can never have the wrong Neil. She says Jack wants to play. Adam says it's not unusual to be loved by anyone, Neil Diamond Cat. Haha. Jay says, Adam, I will sing that later. Adam says, I'm tired. That's not a Neil Diamond, that's a question mark. Jay says Tom Jones sang it though. Yeah, and Yogi says Tom Jones, Adam. Adam says yes, old Tommy.
into perfect peace, into divinity. Oh, Shanti.
All right, I'm done with all the Shanti. We're going in another direction. Yes, that's what I want. Lee says, folks, I wish you all a blessed day. I'm going out now. Lift to my sight, arrive soon. See you all soon. Bye, Lee. Have a magical day, friend. Lee says, much love to all. Jay says, Cat, do me a small favor. Tap Jack's foot gently and watch his reaction. Just a small tap, then wait for the look. I didn't even touch him. His foot was too close to his butt. I'm sorry, buddy. Lee says, Jace, we have to meet up for sure. And Jace says, good hunting, Lee. And Anna says, thank you, Lee. I wish you a blessed day too. Poor boy, Mama's just picking on you. I'm sorry. Somebody made me do it. Lee says, love you all. I love you, Lee. Jay says, and again, but when he looks around, fuss him. He will get up and play. Let's save the playing for when I get home this afternoon. Adam says, there's a place in my heart that could fill just about all of you's T-Rex. Jay says, that look. Yogi says, that second foot tap was all you, Cat. You're correct. I can't blame anybody else. But Jace gave me the idea. No. Jack doesn't know what to think now. Okay, so Adam says, it's a bad quote. It starts deep in my heart. There's a place that could fill just about all of yours. And Adam says, bye, Lee. Adam, you're in Tennessee. Are you, somebody mentioned, no, I don't remember. Are you on more West Tennessee? I don't get out much. I know my general area, and that barely. I'd like to steal Lee and have him come over and go find some places near me to go adventuring. Yogi, did you sleep well? Adam says, what a nice way to drift off, chatting with beautiful people. The only thing better is if we were at Waffle House and somebody would drive my sleepy butt home. Right ear today. We're keeping track of Jack scratching ears because I don't know if I'm just being crazy or if he has something going on with the ear. I suspect I'm just being a little overly worried. You're right, Jack. You look a little upset. Oops. Sorry about that, buddy. Adam says, pleasant dreams, everyone. Waking her astral. If you're going to sleep, have a wonderful rest, Adam. You're below Nashville. Okay, I thought you were on the other side. Careful, Jack. You're going to fall off the bed, crazy. Jace, you don't understand. You just don't understand my dog. He says, have a look inside, cat. Any wax, just get a soft walk, a wet tissue or cloth and wipe them. Cena loves her ears cleaned. It's when she does the butt drag over the floor from an itch. I crack up. Oh gosh, Jackie. Easy. Um, yeah, Jack kind of likes it, but he also goes nuts when I try to stick my finger in his ear, and then he demands that I let him smell it. He loves to smell his own earwax. But his feet, his butt, and his ears are two, three things that he just won't let me. Anna says, thank you, Adam, and pleasant dreams to you too. Adam says, thanks, Anna. And Anna says, you're welcome, Adam. I can lose this food bowl. Or I trip on it. Look, I'm going to practice this video button. Yes. Look at that. What do you see, Jack? Jay says that's definitely a sign they need cleaning. He's checking. That nose is a special weapon. I know he just is such a monster, man. You wouldn't believe it, but really, he gets out of control. You're welcome, Anna. Denby Marlin says, LOL, Jace, my cat once had some poo stuck who was dragging her butt. I had to clean her up. She wasn't amused, LOL. Of course, 2 days after I had given her a full bath. How does she handle baths, Marlin? Oh. So much for that. Jace's cat, there's a few things you can do for the contact issues. I could help you get those fixed in maybe 2 sessions of 30 minutes. You think? Marlon says she lets me bathe her. Well, I need to hold her, but she doesn't claw or bite me. And she would if I was bothering her too much. What a good cat. Just more water. Would your help involve me sitting on Jack and making him hold still? Marlon says, actually reminds me, I wanted to get her used to water. Like put her in water just a little deeper each day till she gets comfortable with it. She liked water as a kitten, but after no exposure for too long, she isn't a fan anymore. Jay says, Xena used to bite me when I got the grinder on her claws. They have to be done weekly. Now she's okay. Still shows her teeth though. I will do a video later on. I've been trained well. I would watch that. I have a real thing with. I had a little dog. I had a Lhasa Apso. Oh, he was so cute, but he was a biter, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Yes, I would like to see how you do that for sure. Marlon, I saw a video the other day of a cat following its owner. They were out in the woods somewhere, and there was this little stream, and they were wondering if the cat was going to do it. And that cat, sure enough, went through that stream like nothing. Had to do a little swimming. No big deal. It was really cool. Marlon says, yeah, that's my goal. Jay says, it's amazing how clever cats are. I think cats are very, very clever. It's just talking them into doing something. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go that way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jack. Lost it, Jack. Gosh. There you go. You got it, buddy. You can't go this way. Pluto says hi, and I created a new profile photo. Are you done? Are you quite done? That's very cute. I like your profile photo. Oh, you mean something to encourage him to make more noise? Jack, oh no. No, get out of there. How does Jace talk us into doing things? You know, he has that talent. He helps people into doing a lot of things. Here we go. Something under the bowl. Oh. Yes, I do know Anna from some other chat rooms. live streams. Pluto, you're so funny. And Jay says Pluto, Anna is a special member of the community. She's one of my mods too. And and Pluto, I want you to know we don't really need mods here. It's just so that you can get around and share your channel and others are easily seen. But like I said, let us get to know you, Pluto, and we'll mod you up. Pluto says, Jace, I saw your video where you did a push-up with 2 thumbs. Jace says, thanks, Pluto. And Lee says, I'm back a while. Well, welcome back, Lee. Pluto says, Jace, your knuckle popped. Oof. Was it a thumb knuckle? Oof. Lee says, thank you. My lift is late. Pluto says, yeah, it was so bad. Jay says, Jack is super clever, Cat. He will do so many cool tricks. I see great intelligence there. Time to teach you both. Listen, when people say something to me about Irish setters being dumb, I just kind of shake my head and nod, but that's not the truth. That's not what I've noticed. Goofy, silly, mischievous, certainly not dumb. He figures out how to get out of his cage every day. Lisa's common traits. He's had basic training. I sent him when he was a puppy. He went away for 10 days. So he has the basic stuff down and he will obey. And yes, he will play with his teddies. That's fetch. Fetch and chase, his 2 favorite things. Chase me. Lee says, I try to get out of my cage daily too. I'll tell you a secret. I don't really lock it. I just make it look like it's locked. Just so that I can get out the door without him tearing the house up. But I don't want him to have to stay in his cage all day. Anna says, I miss my dog at the moment because I'm not in London. I'm in France. Lee says, that's because you're a loving mom. I'm a guilt-ridden mom. Jay says, would you leave a camera on him while you go to work? That would be interesting. I do. I used to. I used to when he was in his cage, and then Bob from Any Fitness Possible said, "Oh, poor doggy," and I felt so guilty. I started letting him out a little bit more with the camera, watching him. It's really rough. Like if I record him while I'm leaving, the first 5 minutes, he's pretty pitiful. It's hard to watch. He generally, once he settles down, he just sleeps. Jay says he loves you. Yes, he does. I know he does. And he's lost all his people. All his people have left him, his not me people. It's been an adjustment. Anna, do you go back to France to, or go back to London to be with your dog soon? Pluto says he's very cute. Anna says she's not sure yet. Kat, thank you for asking. Well, you're welcome. But Jace, I might set him up tomorrow. It depends. Set him up with the camera. I have to lock him in the bedroom. Barricade him in if I do the camera on him during the day. Lee says today's very warm and muggy. Storms are due later. I think the same here. It's very warm and muggy out. Anna agrees with Pluto. Jay said, I will be watching. We're supposed to have rain for the next week here. It looks like tonight. We don't get any rain till tonight. And it's just a 30% chance, it looks like. Who knows? It's going to be a hot one. Saw everybody at the grocery stores yesterday picking up beer and picnic items. They were heading to the lake. Lee says, yes, Johnny showed me the rain. Jace, have you ever been to the U.S.? Jace says, we have thunderstorms forecast. 16 degrees Celsius at the moment. Today, I'm taking Xena to the river 7. There's a shallow part with pebbles. It should be interesting. And I have not visited the States yet. I've been to Canada. That's the closest. Gosh, if you made it all the way to Canada, you didn't come over here? We're so close. No, I hear Canada's beautiful. At least the parts I see on TV. Spores and Joe's, good morning. Spores and Joe says, good morning and happy weekend. Happy weekend to you. Jay says hi to Spores and Joe, and Anna says good morning, Spores and Joe. Good morning, or thank you, and happy weekend to you too. Anna, did you say what kind of dog you had? I see your picture. It's a little dark. Or maybe my eyes are a little dark. Spores and Joe says, greetings from Norway. Thank you. I did not know that's where you're from, Spores and Joe. Anna says she's a mixed breed, Staff and Bichon. Nice. Usually it's Jack's tummy talk and it's mine this morning. Jay says, weekend blessings, positive energy always, smile and be at peace. Thank you for that, Jace. I hope you and Zena have a wonderful time at the river. I'll be thinking of all you people out by the water today. Well, I'm sweating my butt off in the back of Walmart in their stock room. Jay says, I only get the noisy belly after I've picked my bowl clean. Did you have food yet, Kat? No, it's way too early to eat for me. But I did make myself a big burger last night. I treated myself. I even cooked for myself. It was really good. If I had rye bread, it would have been a patty melt. Anna says, thank you, Jace. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And she sends love to Zena, too. Cold coffee. That's what I have. Yum. I don't really like cold coffee. Jay says, thanks, guys. The sun's just come out. It's a good sign. And Anna agrees. She says, yes, it is, Jace. The sun always rises. That's always a good sign. It is. Yes, I know. Black coffee, blah. Has 0 calories, blah. Blah. I just can't do it. At least not yet. It's funny how you worry your whole life. Well, women in general worry their whole lives over their weight. I know for me, it's kind of changed. I try to keep a little extra weight on just because I tend to, I don't know, something happens and I lose a ton of weight. It's not a good look. Pluto says, Jay says, do you have milk and sugar? Yes. And my coffee? Yes. Uh, that old saying, do you want a little coffee with your cream and sugar? That's me. Pluto says, should I watch Scream again? Should I? Should I? Should I? Well, if you enjoy it, if you must. Marlon says, I just had my cat get her paws wet for a few. How did she take it? Pluto says, okay, bye. Bye, Pluto. Thanks for hanging out with us. Enjoy your movie. Then Marlon says she took it well. Of course she did. She's an amazing cat. Pluto says, no problem. Have an amazing rest of your day. We're going to do our best. Luckily, I really like the people I'm working with today. One's been out for 6 weeks, so I'm glad I get to go see them. Marlon says, nah, you're my amazing cat. All cats are amazing. They can't help themselves. Anna says, bye, Pluto. Thank you, and have an amazing rest of your day, too. Pluto says, actually, I'm going to watch it with you guys. Awesome. Goodbye, Jack. Trying to figure out what to do next. Hmm. Go ahead. You get on the bed. Want to get up? Pluto says, don't get called by Richie Hershey? I don't know who or what that is. Jay says Pluto sharing is caring. I don't know. I think he could keep his Scream movie. I don't want to scream. I don't want to be scared. But Pluto agrees. Sharing is caring. Hi, Bubba. Hi, sweet boy. No. No. I'm so sweet. Yes. No. You don't need to get over there. You don't need to. I promise you don't need to. All right, if you insist. Are you good? Yeah. Richie is the killer. Jace wants to watch it. Jace's Scream is a funny cat. Funny films. Hmm. You're not going to lay down there, Jack. Oh my gosh. He never does this. Never. He's laying on his food bowl rug. Don't know why. Weirdo. And I want to watch it too, Pluto. Pluto says, I'm watching Scream 4. Anna, you come watch too. Anyone is welcome. Anna says, thank you so much, Pluto. I think we're going to do a yogi link and maybe make a cup of coffee. We're almost ready for work. Almost. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh no. Pluto says, oops, she's about to be offed. Anna says, I've subscribed to you, Pluto. Should grab glasses. Excuse me again. Oh no. Oh no. That was a horrible way to die. Pluto says, thank you to Anna. Pluto says, uh-oh, bye-bye, person. Oh, wow. Marlon says she just went into the water all on her own. Yeah, that's one special cat you got there. Pluto says she's popped. Don't you have nightmares, Pluto, from watching stuff like that? I don't think I did when I was a kid. I was younger when I watched stuff like that. I think I would now. Carl, good morning, Carl. Good to see you, friend. How are you today? Pluto says, no, I don't get the nightmares from him. Oh, here comes Jack. Carl says he just woke up. And Anna says, good morning, Carl. Pluto, I see you. I'm just not going to read it out loud. I am not going to fix my boo-boos there. It'll be fine. Good. I didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. Just if my grandma was watching, I don't want her to hear about somebody being offed in full detail. Might give her nightmares. No, you can comment if you want, Pluto. I just don't want, like I said, if my grandma was reading or listening, I don't want to give her nightmares. Bub just can't make up his mind. Carl says subscribers going up, watch hours going down. Well, that's interesting. I wonder how that works and why. Oh no, not in the fridge. I really want to run and make a cup of coffee. I'm really pretty sure Jack's going to follow me. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Hi. Pluto, I don't think anybody thinks you're trying to be rude. It's good that you can make the differentiation, big word, between it being real and not real. But I understand what Anna's saying too. For her, she wouldn't watch something like that at night because it's very close to dream time. And there's some thoughts that what you put into your mind before you go to bed is what you might dream about or might affect your dreaming. Marlon says 20 minutes till Eric McCarty is live. Nice. Yeah, and Anna says, I can watch it in the daytime, Pluto. Thank you, Pluto. Pluto says, even this is so ew. I'm not saying it. Oh, and Marlon says, hi, Carl. Carl just woke up. Do you have any plans for your Saturday, Carl? I wonder why we're fascinated to horror movies. Yeah, that is gross. Oh no. Carl says he is handing this live stream to the police. Well, I won't be home if they come looking for me. Tell them I'll be at Walmart. I'll be at Walmart for the first half of the day. Come find me there. Why is the coffee? Pluto says, bruh, are you actually? Pluto, don't worry about it. We love Carl. Oh gosh. Jay says, if I only look like McCarty, the stud muffin himself. What do you want me to say, Kit or Kerr? Can we do the ochre? Oh, Kirsch. That's how Kirsch is said. I don't know what Kirsch is. Are you trying to get me in trouble with Carl? Oh, Marlon says not exactly Pluto. Marlon is one of our linguistic experts. It's German for cherry. Oh, it's the killer's last name. Well, I don't want to name he who must not be named. Jay says Marlon does have several tongues. How many times have you watched that movie, Pluto? Carl says thanks to Sonia. Hey, Carl, have I told you today that I love you? And that's not because you're calling the police on this live stream, just because I love you. I told you, you remind me of my brothers. I see you, Marlon. There they are. Yeah, she is ready. Ready to start the day. Jay says, Carl, I love you also. Carl says, you don't love me, Cat, because you weren't there for me. I'm really, really sorry that you feel that way, Carl. I wish I could be there for everybody. MK says, there we go. I went right back to MK. Marlon says, Dundee in the jail says, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I got choked up. But I'm reserving some of my tongue capabilities I'm just not even going there. My grandma might be listening. She's no fool. Big Al. Good morning, Big Al. Everybody's saying hello. How are you today, Big Al? I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, I've seen you at Yogi's. Carl says I'll be talking to your grandma later. Okay, her name is Catherine. Actually, you could pick Catherine or Zelda. What a name, huh? Zelda. My grandma Zelda was Zelda before Zelda the game became popular. Grandma Zelda now, she could cook. Oh my gosh. Biscuits, gravies, biscuits. Biscuits was her thing. That woman could cook. Even when she couldn't walk anymore, she would sit on her walker and roll around in the kitchen and cook. That was her love language. Big Al says, I've been better. I'm staying. Okay. I'm staying away from YouTube because of tech issues. But I had to pop in and say hi to my beautiful tomato cat. Thank you, Big Al. Thank you, Big Al. I love you. Carl says you won't see me for a while. That would make me really, really sad, Carl. But it wouldn't stop me from trying to comment on your videos and doing my best to get to your live streams. Oh my gosh, Marlon. Jace is singing his Yogi Time song. Dendy says, LOL, Al, I hope things work out soon. I think he said, did you say the 19th? They certainly don't move fast over there, do they? And Marlon is asking Carl, what's going on? Why won't you be around? No, 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 Marlon, no. Nope, no, Jace. You have gotten me to give in to peer pressure once today. That was my limit. Marlon Marlon says, yes, yes, yes. Big Al says, you are welcome, Cat. I love you too. See you all soon. Have a great day. And just steal somebody's Wi-Fi. Jump on their Wi-Fi. They won't care. How would they know? Carl says goodbye for good. That would make me very sad, Carl, but I'm going to respect your wishes. And you take care. Take care of yourself, friend. Marlon says, see you, Al. And it says, take care, Big Al. 4:59. It is yogi time. I'll get a recording of Jay singing yogi time and play it. How's that? All right, guys. We're going to head over to Yogi's. At least I am. Me and Jack are. Till we have to leave for work. I love you guys. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. We'll talk later. Bye, guys.